It's my pleasure to welcome you, my dear students, to my video class. You know me, I am Aizur Rahman, Assistant English Teacher, Alipur Union Secondary School. And you know that the present situation is not very good because the velocity of Omicron COVID-19 is rising high, and that's why all the educational institutions in Bangladesh closed down, and we have to take video class, and I hope you will watch our class daily so that you may improve yourself. Dear students, I will not waste my time in introduction. I want to go to our topic, and our today's topic is passive to active. It's for class 10, and not only for class 10 but also all the classes should have the knowledge of active to passive voice. And dear students, today I am here with reverse rule, that means passive to active. In my previous class I taught you active to passive and so many transformations such as degree, simple complex compound, affirmative negative, assertive interrogative, assertive exclamatory, and today I am here with a reverse rule of voice sense, that means passive to active. Dear students, now at first I am writing a sentence of assertive sentence. Okay, dear students, assertive sentence such as the work is done by him. Dear students, it's a sentence and it is assertive sentence, and if we discuss about the tense, we can say that this is present indefinite tense because the verb is present indefinite. It indicates present indefinite tense. Auxiliary verb is, and it is used in present indefinite tense. Okay, dear students, and if we want to change this sentence into passive, into active, at first we have to follow some rules such as active. Object should be brought at subject level or at the position of subject. So him is object and its subject is he. At first we have to choose subjective from objective on, and we have to omit auxiliary verb, unnecessary auxiliary verb in active voice. Is auxiliary verb used in passive voice, so we should not use this auxiliary verb in active voice. Then we have to choose the main verb. The main verb is principal verb is done, and we have to change the form of the base form of the verb because present indefinite tense takes base form after the subject. So we may write here does. Why we have written does? Because he is third person singular and he takes singular verb. Does is singular verb, and that's why I have written singular verb does. And next the object. The subject would be the object of in active voice. So he does the work. And by will not be written here. because by is a preposition used in passive voice. So when we want to go to change passive to active, then we should discard or should omit the unnecessary preposition. Okay, dear students, this is present indefinite tense, and if we write a passive voice of present continuous tense, then we will try to solve it, such as football is being football is being played by them. This is an example of passive voice of present continuous tense, because in present continuous tense, after the subject there is being, are being, or am being, and next the past participle of the verb. And if we want to change this voice into active on, at first we have to choose the subject from the object form. Object form generally sits after the preposition by, and its subject form is they. So we may write here they, and as usual or usually we have to take a auxiliary am, is, are. Am, is, are. It is the main auxiliary. Am, is, are the main auxiliary of present continuous tense. Then we have to choose from one of them. So we may write are, and being will be omitted because being is unnecessary auxiliary, because active voice, in active voice there is no chance to being, to write being, because it is the auxiliary of passive voice, but it is not the auxiliary of active voice. So we should omit the auxiliary being, and we have to change the main verb is past participle here. But when we write present continuous tense, we must add ing after the base form of verb, such as play is base form, and after play we have to add ing after the base form. They are playing, and is also omitted. Instead of is we have to write are, and football is object, though it is the subject of active voice, passive voice, and it will be an object in active voice. Football is noun, so there is no objective form of noun, because the subject and object are the same or are equal of noun. There is no change of object of noun. Okay, dear students, so we may write football as object. Noun will not be changed as subject or as object. Dear students, we will now go to present perfect tense. At first I will give an example, such as fish has been caught by us. Dear students, it is passive voice or present perfect tense, because in passive voice there will be has or been and verb, past participle of verb, and as usual we have to write by after the past participle. And if we want to change this voice into active one, we must choose or must write the subject from the objective form as usual. So we us is objective form and his subjective form is we, and we have to write have or has. These are the main auxiliary of present perfect tense. So we may choose, as we is plural, so we have to use have. Only has will be written after third person singular. That means he, she, it, and any other name which is in singular form. Only after these subjects we may write has. Otherwise, we have to write have for all of the subjects. I have, and been will be omitted because been is here used as subordinate or auxiliary or semi-auxiliary. It is not the main auxiliary of passive voice in present perfect tense. So we have to omit this auxiliary verb, and we have to change the verb B3 after has. You must remember that in passive voice or present perfect tense we must active voice we must take the verb as past participle, and as we know that in passive voice the verb is always in past participle, so we should not or we will not need to change the verb here. So what is past participle? No doubt we have got, and next we have to choose subject. Fish. Fish is subject and its object is fish. There will be no change because I told you before that the subjective form of noun and the objective form of noun, there will be no change. There will be no differentiation between subjective form and objective form of noun. But when we use pronoun, we must change subjective form into objective one. This is the another type of item of passive to active according to tense. And our next example will be from present perfect continuous tense. Dear students, I am going to sequence according to the sequence of tense, according to the classification of tense. As we know that present tense is of four kinds: present definite, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. And according to the classification or sequence of tense or order of tense, we are going to change passive from active. Passive to active. Yes, from the next tense is present continuous tense. Such as ये book has been read for an hour by her. Dear students, this is an example of present has been has been been. Dear students, this is an example of present perfect continuous tense of passive voice. A book has been being read for an hour by her. Because in this tense it indicates a exact time or a period of time. When we see a period of time, we use for before the time, and when it expresses exact time, then we use since before that time. This is the function of present perfect continuous tense. And in active voice, we have to change the object into subject on first. Her is object and its subjective form is she, you know. And after she, the main auxiliary verb of this tense is have been or has been. In third person singular, if the subject is third person singular, we take has been after the subject, and otherwise all subjects of first person, second person, and third person plural in case of we will take have been. As she is third person singular, so it must take has been. Has been. She has been. And after we have to omit it being. Being is not used in active voice. It is the auxiliary or passive voice. So we must add ing after the main verb. Main verb is read, and it will be reading. She has been reading, and then object, subject will be object, reading a book, and for an hour it is extension of this sentence. So we may write extension of this sentence at the 11th position or at the end position for an hour. Okay, dear students, she has been reading a book for an hour. This is the rules of 4 tenses at a stretch. Okay, dear students, this tense is called present tense, and you know that present tense is divided into 4 groups: present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Today I have taught you present tense and its 4 kinds of classification. Dear students, from active to from passive to active. Dear students, that's all from me. I hope I will again meet you with the other 4 tense or past tense, such as past indefinite, past continuous, and past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Dear students, I will come up with so many items of those tenses. Dear students, I hope you will be benefited by watching my video class, and I will suggest to not to go out except wearing mask or hand sanitizer again and again. Dear students, may you be happy, may you be helpful by the grace of Almighty. Dear students, thank you.